Drones have already changed the way battles are fought in the air, turning even the toughest tanks into easy targets. Now they're heading out to sea. Leading the charge is American defense contractor Textron, which just introduced the latest version of its unmanned surface vehicle, basically a drone boat, called the Multi-Mission Uncrewed Surface Vessel, or MMUSV for short. Textron has been experimenting with these robotic boats since around 2008, but this new one marks the 5th generation in the family. It builds on the older CUSV design, but with more range, more endurance, and a lot more room for fuel and gear, up to 13,000 pounds, which is roughly 5,900 kilos. That's a huge boost over earlier versions. This drone boat is tough, too. It's designed to handle some pretty rough water, Sea State 5, if you want to get technical, which means waves up to 13 feet high and winds of around 30 miles per hour. Even in those conditions, it can tow over 4,000 pounds of military equipment. So imagine this thing hauling hardware through choppy seas without a crew on board. Textron hasn't said exactly what kind of engines power the new boat, but if last year's Tsunami design is anything to go by, we're probably looking at something similar to what they already use, possibly gasoline-based. What we do know is that the Navy and its allies want this new vessel for a wide range of missions, everything from surface combat and mine clearing to intelligence gathering and surveillance. In other words, it's meant to do a lot without ever needing a human on deck. The MMUSV has been in development and testing since last summer, when Textron won the Low-Cost Unmanned Maritime Solution Award. The idea is to make a vessel that's affordable, scalable, and easy to produce quickly, although Textron hasn't really defined what low cost means in military terms, so we'll have to take their word for it for now. As for when the MMUSV will actually enter service, that's still a mystery. If last year's Tsunami model is anything to judge by, it might take a while. The Tsunami lineup included 3 different sizes, 24, 25, and 28 feet. But after the initial reveal, everything kind of went quiet. If and when that family of boats shows up, it'll have slightly more modest capabilities than the new MMUSV, handling calmer seas, carrying around 1,000 pounds of cargo, and traveling up to roughly 1,150 miles. And just like the MMUSV, nobody's saying when it'll be ready for action.